We alighted at Keihan Fushimi Inari Station. As the railway barriers came down, holding us back for a fleeting moment, we watched the train pass, a modern machine cutting through an ancient district. As the barriers lifted and we crossed beneath, we sensed we were about to cross a threshold into something timeless. But before you can feed the spirit, Fushimi demands you feed the body. We were immediately stopped in our tracks, captivated by a gauntlet of aromas. The first temptation? Kobe beef. Specifically, rich, marbled Wagyu, sizzling and glistening. This little nook off the street was a festival of flavors. There were crisp sweet potato chips, fresh strawberries wrapped in mochi, grilled crab sticks and shrimp on skewers. Sea snails, octopus, squid tentacles, scallops, and eel, all threaded onto skewers. And a wide variety of sushi. A stall sells raw yuba cheese, a creamy delicacy born from soy milk. To wash all these foods down? Karakuchi, dry sake with a clean, sharp edge, a taste shaped by the legendary soft spring waters of Fushimi. The road seemed to stretch on forever with savory delights. There was karaage fried chicken, charcoal grilled crispy chicken skin yakitori, grilled squid ikayaki, and skewers of Japanese black Wagyu beef. Takoyaki are hot, round molten octopus dumplings fresh off the griddled pan. We took a breather at a photo opportunity, framing our memories in a carefully composed scene of Fushimi Inari village. Souvenir shops followed. Magnets for 500 yen, and the iconic manekineko, the Japanese lucky cat. It's actually not waving hello. It's beckoning good fortune and prosperity into your life. Porcelain cats from 800 yen, and many, many more items. One shop proudly raved about its chestnuts, explaining they were cooked not by fire, but through a specialized pressure method, locking in the flavor. As we walked across the bridge toward the shrine, we crossed a waterway flowing quietly beneath us. This is the historic Lake Biwa Canal, a remnant of Kyoto's old water transport system that still runs alongside the modern tracks, a vein of history flowing into the present. The railway line beside it belongs to JR West Japan, part of the vast Japan Railways network that serves the western regions of the country. For decades, its trains have carried commuters, pilgrims, and travelers alike, stitching together ancient cities and everyday life with remarkable precision and care. As we browsed the clothes on display, a faint background of music drifted out from the store. Before I knew it, my friends, clearly in full holiday mode, started dancing along, turning an ordinary moment into something light and fun. We passed a flower shop, and my friend immediately slowed down, drawn in by the colorful blooms on display. We made a short visit to a kimono rental outfit called Okamoto. Even with just a quick stop, the colors, patterns, and attention to detail really stand out. The street is lined with souvenir shops, their wares spilling onto the sidewalks, their shelves and displays filling every available space. Approaching the shrine, the rhythm changed. We passed shops selling breadsticks and Wagyu steak. Yakisoba sizzled on iron plates, noodles tossed with sauce and steam. Crab sticks for 100 yen. Wagyu beef skewers are grilled with care, cooked just enough to reveal their tenderness and depth of flavor. Fried rice dumplings, known as dango, arrive golden and fragrant. Along this once quiet path, everyday hunger finds its rhythm. A sign appeared, right smack at the center of the pathway, no eating while walking. Here's where indulgence ends, and reverence begins. Passing beneath the Torii gate, we entered an area of steady activity. A group had gathered around a large map, with visitors leaning in as a tour guide spoke, her voice competing with the steady murmur of surrounding foot traffic. Just inside the entrance stands a traditional historic structure called an okaya. This structure wasn't always here. It was originally located within the emperor's domain and relocated in the 17th century, a reward from the emperor to a loyal retainer, preserved now as a guardian of history. A notice reminds us this is a place of prayer, a space for calm, peace, and quiet. Above the barrier separating the prayer hall from the outside, there were many notices erected mentioning that the bell ropes have been removed. Too many visitors ringing the bells caused bottlenecks and safety risks. Silence now. Reverence without chaos. We walked alongside a massive wall of wooden votive plaques. These are donation plaques offered by individuals, families, and companies. Fushimi Inari is the head shrine of over 30,000 Inari shrines across Japan. For centuries, businesses large and small have come here to give thanks, to ask for growth, to anchor their hopes in wood and ink. This dog statue bears an inscription indicating it was donated by Mizusawa Electric Company Limited. Such offerings are common at Fushimi Inari Taisha, where individuals and companies contribute statues as acts of devotion, gratitude, or prayer. Each donation becoming part of the shrine's layered landscape of faith and patronage. We passed by an ice cream shop that seemed to have captured the hearts of both the young and the old. We continued along the path that would lead us to the beginning of the endless rows of Torii gates that have made Fushimi Inari internationally renowned. This marked the start of a sacred passage, where thousands of gates line the mountain trail, donated over centuries as symbols of devotion and gratitude. Before us, we beheld the first of the many Torii gates. The inscription at the top of this first Torii identifies this as Fushimi Inari Taisha, a shrine nestled at the base of Mount Inari in Kyoto that has stood for over 1,000 years. Worship here predates Kyoto itself, beginning as early as 711 AD. The shrine was dedicated to Inari Okami, the Shinto deity of rice, fertility, and prosperity. In Shinto belief, kami are sacred presences in nature. Here, the kami is the guardian of agriculture and the growth of industry. Rice was the foundation of life and livelihood in ancient Japan, and Inari's favor was essential for farmers hoping for bountiful harvests. But as society evolved, so did devotion. Merchants, artisans, and business people began visiting Fushimi Inari, seeking success and protection in their endeavors. Today, the shrine continues to symbolize prosperity and gratitude, bridging past and present. As you begin the ascent, a sign at an intersection points toward the various places of interest: the main shrine, Yashima Pond, the inner shrine, the tea house, and Mount Inari. The sacred peak of Mount Inari rises 233 meters above sea level. Perhaps the most striking feature of the shrine is the mountain paths lined with over 10,000 torii, forming the famous Vermilion Tunnel. These gates tell a story. The bright color isn't just aesthetic. The mercury in the vermilion was originally used to preserve the wood, and spiritually, it wards off evil and purifies the path. Each gate is a donation, a tangible expression of hope or gratitude. Look closely at the inscriptions. The left pillar bears the donor's name, the right pillar the date of the offering. Donating a gate is a permanent act of devotion, a tradition that continues to this day. Walking here feels like passing through centuries of prayers, each gate a wish for business success, personal fortune, or protection. In modern times, Fushimi Inari Taisha draws pilgrims and tourists alike. Pilgrims climb the mountain paths, leaving offerings, ringing bells, and whispering prayers, while visitors from around the world come to witness the vibrant tunnels and experience a tradition that has endured for centuries. Allow yourself a quiet moment to reflect. And remember that every step is part of a journey that has connected generations for over a millennium. We reached a quiet clearing where the Omokaru Stone, a famous fortune-telling spot, is located. The ritual is simple: make a wish, then attempt to lift the stone atop the lantern. If it feels lighter than expected, your wish will be granted easily. However, if it feels heavy, obstacles may lie ahead. It is a moment where the physical weight of the stone becomes a poignant metaphor for the burdens, or blessings, we carry. We continue deeper along the path before eventually turning back, once more through the tunnel of red, returning to the outer precincts, and finally leaving the shrine behind. Fushimi Inari is often reduced to a photograph, a moment briefly captured and passed over. Yet beyond the crowds, it reveals itself as a journey shaped by movement and time. Walking its paths taught me patience, perspective, and a quiet respect for rituals that endure far longer than we do. Thank you for walking this path with me.